Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, and we're here to open your mind. Good morning, y'all. How are you? We are here in Relationship Tuesday, and we are going to talk about pride. I figured I had a lot of it. Somebody brought it to my attention. I was like, me? Pride? What you talking about? But today is Tuesdays on tap at Gentili Italian Pie, so make sure you are there. $2 Tuesdays on tap. Gentili Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue. That is today. They are home of the Family Happy Hour with $5 wings, $5 personal pizza, $5 drink specials, and that is Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. through 7 p.m. Make sure you stop there after you pick up the kids, because I know you don't feel like cooking every day. Today is one of those days. Make sure you go. You can dine in or you can carry out. You can give them a call, and it will be ready for you at 504-826-9180. 504-826-9180, because that is the good life. Make sure you go pick up your food at Gentili Italian Pie. I'm hungry already. I could eat some wings, but y'all know I'm a pescatarian right now, so I've been hitting up that garlic shrimp pizza.
I feel dumb. What is a pescatarian?
Pescatarian, they only eat fish and shrimp. I mean, not fish, shrimp, seafood.
Oh. All right,
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, no meat.
When did you start that?
When did I start that? I started that. Look, everybody. Oh, Gian is in the house. If y'all don't know, we have Uche, Gian, and Henry in the house this morning. I have the crew. When did I start this? I started this at the beginning of Lent. But it's so funny because I'm now a Baptist. So I have the best of both worlds. I just mix it up all together. But for my listeners, yeah, it's all good.
I just have to have a show.
Sounds like confusion.
I'm serious.
But for the listeners who know me, I have been trying to go do this for a while. So this was the perfect time to like try it out because everybody has seafood right now. So it's been working. I haven't had meat.
Okay, we can talk about
it. Hasn't been that difficult. The only problem is like Popeye's wings when I drive by. Sometimes I just smell it. But anyway, moving on to pride. Open your minds to live differently in the world, y'all. Open your minds.
I'm going to give you some chicken next week.
No, I don't want chicken. It might not digest very well after all this time. Okay, but back to pride. Possessing too much pride can really cause relationship suicide. You know, it's good to have pride. We're not going to dispute that, but there is a certain level of pride, and there's a certain thing as having too much. It's great to protect yourself from others. However, when you find someone that truly loves you, then it's okay to let your guard down. It's okay to look within yourself and realize you don't have to control the situation and that it's okay to be in need of someone else's help. It's righteous to say you're sorry when you know you've hurt the other person or you have been wrong toward them. You know, so we're going to discuss pride a little bit this morning, you know, because it comes up sometimes and we may disagree, but most people think that when that people who are prideful or people who have a lot of pride are strong. But people with pride cannot be torn down. They supposedly have great self-esteem and they're always in control and they don't need help from anyone and they're all powerful. But ultimately, we're all human. We all need help from time to time and we're not all powerful. Most time, prideful people are really just very insecure. Open your mind to living differently in the world, y'all. Because when you're too prideful, it's one of those things that can break down your relationship. Henry, our relationship therapist, what are your thoughts on pride?
I have mixed feelings about that. I think you should always take pride in what you do and who you are, as long as it's positive stuff. Excuse me, but
before you go. I'm sorry. We have to shout out Hunter Jolly.
Oh yeah.
The brand new addition to the Jolly clans. We want to shout out Hunter. He is how old? How many days?
He was born on the 14th.
So he is
like 8 days.
8 days
old.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's chilling. Yeah.
Shout out to Ashley and the twins who are at home. All three boys.
Yes, ma'am. Let's get back to pride. All right. So, all right.
I'm sorry. It was the baby. I couldn't.
No, I know. It's cool. So, there's a huge difference in being prideful and compromising who you are as a person. So, you know, for example, somebody may say, well, don't be prideful. You know, if you want her, then chase her, you know, but if you're not the chasing type of person and it's not in your DNA, such as myself, then, the chase won't happen, and rightfully so. Now, I don't mean approaching a woman or pursuing a woman or vice versa. I mean, like, the real chase. Like, I'm going to call you 10 times, you call me once. Or I'm going to ask you on a date 5 times, and you shut me down every time. I don't think it's good to somebody say, well, don't be prideful, keep trying. But, failing, that.
There's at some point.
Yeah, so, if you're wrong, if you did something wrong, and, you need to apologize, you should apologize, and, you should put your pride aside and do those things. But, to keep trying for something that you probably shouldn't be trying for, I don't think that's pride. I just think you're just being intelligent.
You got to open your eyes as well as your mind.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes you need to discern between the difference.
Right.
Gian, what are your thoughts on pride? Because we're going to break it down into different segments, but, just in general, what are your thoughts on pride in relationships?
I think pride can be a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends on the situation and the person. Sometimes pride is good because it's a self-esteem thing, right? And you know what you deserve, you know your worth. And so if someone's not giving that to you, you should have, enough pride and self-respect with yourself to say this is not a healthy relationship, this is not good for me, and I'm going to walk away. But sometimes pride is a bad thing because your ego can get involved, right? And so you feel like, well, I don't have to do this because I'm me and this and that. And you can miss out. That's not just a relationship. It's just a personal male and female. This is work. This is in general. You can be so prideful not to humble yourself and say, you know what, I'm wrong. I need to step back. But your ego gets involved and you can really lose good people. And whether that's work, that's in relationships. So, you have to decipher, is this healthy when I'm feeling? Is my ego involved? Or this is my self-esteem involved. And I think that's the two things that need to be explored.
Uche, your thoughts on pride?
I agree with what everybody said about pride, and I'd just like to throw dignity into the mix. And that's really the toughest place to draw the line is, I'm a type of person that I can drop my pride and still be proud, but you got to leave me with my dignity. My dignity is for me. My dignity is my fuel, what makes me feel good, what makes me think good, and so on and so forth. So I can do without the pride. But the dignity is something that is within self. And I think that some people think by dropping your pride or not being prideful that you have to lose your dignity also.
Right.
But it's just the opposite. As long as you're dignified and you have dignity within yourself, then, the pride really... there is none, but there's nothing wrong with being proud at the same time. Being proud of who you are, being proud of your family, being proud of your business, your friends, so on and so forth. That's being proud and not prideful. And I think being prideful is really like, it's kind of like fear. It's real because it's real in life just as is fear, but it's really not real. It's something that people make real within themselves, I believe. So that's how I feel.
We have the lines lit up, and so if you want to join the conversation, make sure you give us a call at 504-260-9265, 504-260-9265. We're going to go to the lines. We have Stephen on the line. Stephen, welcome to The Good Life. You are here on Relationship Tuesday with the crew discussing pride.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Stephen.
Hey, good morning. This is where I feel about it. Too much of anything is not a good thing. You gotta find your balance. Like I agree with what everybody says. It seems like I said, that balance gets to be tipped off when you go towards the negative side of pride. Like I said, you got to have a little of pretty much everything to truly.
Have you had a situation in a relationship, either currently or in the past, where pride has come into the balance, where it's become a problem?
I'm a very, I guess you could say conservative type person. So, I like to analyze things. Well, I guess you could say sometimes I might overanalyze things, but I never let pride get in the way into what things that I want. But just like you said, you gotta have a balance. to make sure that you're not over pursuing or anything like that, because that's tipping that balance.
Mm. Thank you so much for your thoughts, Stephen. I'm going to get the crew to respond to that.
I think what he means is people abuse humility a lot of times.
Mm.
So, if a person's willing to be humble, humbling themselves to even try to have whatever they're trying to have, you shouldn't kick a person, if you really...
When they're down.
Yeah, and especially in a relationship, you shouldn't have a whole lot of pride in a relationship. If you really love somebody, you should try. You should put forth some effort.
Mm. One of the articles I found is relationshipliving.com, and it says, prideful people think they can hold their own in relationships. It goes on to say, well, if so, then why are they in a relationship? When you find someone you love, you should want them to be a part of your team, not a part of what you say and what your ideals are. As you know, there is not an I in the word team. However, prideful people think there is. To find someone is to make that person your other half, if you realize that this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. If you don't believe that, then you probably should be single and just satisfy your sexual needs from time to time. What are your thoughts on that?
Well,
I agree.
We're about to get it started right now.
That's why I was like, let me throw a question out there.
So here it is. In what you said, everything is right. Your team. And it's like this. It's right. You're on my team. I'm not on yours. So once you decide to join my team, then that's what it is. I'm not on your team. You're on my team.
Wait, but
what?
Wait,
no,
what?
No.
So the relationship isn't a team?
It's not. It's obviously
It is a team. It's my team.
Well,
I'm not on your team.
Well, Uche, and it disturbs me that
gosh.
you still find women that date you. And, whatever. Back to that. That's just what I'm going to say. But that just shows you right now, Eileen and I had a whole discussion about this in February, how that if we do not get certain women on board, if all women don't come together and stop being like Uche, then this is what we're going to have to deal with. Because that's foolishness.
Right.
But whatever.
If your man is talking foolishness,
if your man talks like
Uche,
you're in a bad relationship. Move on. Okay? That's it. Because he obviously does not believe in teamwork. It's all about him. But anyway,
in his team.
Back to what I wanted to say about that. He just so ridiculous. I think he just says this.
He got a couple of rings.
A couple of championship rings. My stuff works.
I don't know who you were fighting. Let's see that competition. Anyway, how I feel about pride is this, Eileen. I think, all of us here have felt prideful in a relationship and it hasn't. And I want to talk about more the negative aspect. Because I have felt in relationships sometime that, hey, you know what? I know that I'm wrong, and I know that I don't want this person to leave or do whatever going on in the situation, but my pride is like, well, if they want to leave, I can do better than them. The ego, I was talking about, the ego gets involved. I'm like, knowing that I'm hurting inside, I'm dying inside, that this person is leaving or walking away, but my pride is like, oh, well, if they just want to leave, too bad. I can find somebody, and you rationalize it in your head instead of just saying, you know what, this is a really good person. And what is instead of talking about it, find out what their needs are, you let that ego and that pride get involved. And I think that is the worst thing. And if you still have that, you cannot have a healthy relationship, because a relationship is knowing when, I'm going to quote Kenny Rogers on this, to hold him and fold him, right? Like you have to be able to say, okay, you know what? I'm wrong in this and I love this person and this person is awesome to me. If this is the case, then I need to try to fix this and I need to swallow my ego and my pride, because if they walk out the door and it's done, that might be over. And I won't get another them, because people like that are hard to find. You can find Uches all day long.
No, you can't.
I don't know.
Well, that's that chauvinist mentality that, you on my team, I'm not on your team type thing. But I just think that's just, the unhealthy part of pride.
You know what, Uche said something earlier about the dignity. I 1,000% agree with that. You don't want to be a shell of yourself at the end of a relationship. So you do have to, keep some dignity for yourself.
And you know what?
Go.
I'm going to have you pause on that point, and we're going to take a quick break, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about when we get back. Getting to that point and knowing the difference of when you are, letting too much go, and when it is becoming a shell of yourself, because you need to recognize those signs. This is The Good Life, y'all. We're discussing pride on Relationship Tuesday. We'll be right back.
The Pyramid Community Parent Resource Center was created by parents to provide information, training, and support to parents of children with disabilities in New Orleans. We can be reached at the Pyramid Helpline, 504-218-8922. Remember, Pyramid Parent Talk airs the second and fourth Tuesday of every month at 2 p.m. You are never alone.
L&R Security keeps our family, friends, and event goers safe. And to do that job, they are looking for you. L&R Security Services is now hiring persons for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, armed and unarmed guards. All interested persons should contact L&R Security Office at 504-943-3191. Fill out an application at L&R's office at 3930 Old Gentilly Road. That's New Orleans, Louisiana. To become one of the proud workers of L&R Security, the minimum requirements are 18 years of age, a completed work application, and criminal background check, 2 forms of ID, whether it be a driver's license, a state ID, military ID, social security card, or other forms of picture ID. L&R Security is looking for qualified employees to assist in keeping the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival safe. They are looking for you. Again, contact them at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191. L&R is always looking for armed and unarmed guards. If this is your profession, they're looking for you.
We all have a price to pay and a role to play.
Calling all to be present who are connected in any way to the criminal justice system. Join in for an afternoon of self-examination and recreation. Experience transforming corrections, dialogue and guidance by the experts. An in-depth discussion on crime prevention, law enforcement, and corrections. Presented by Executive Director of the Correctional Association of New York, Sophia Elijah, and Master Teacher, Dr. Ra Amen. Come out and examine the evidence of methods for fixing that which is broken. These experts have a proven track record for in-depth analysis of the issues and a clear vision of accessible goals that positively impact individuals, community, and the city at large. Join us on Wednesday, March 23rd at 3 p.m. in the Conference Center of SUNO's campus. For tickets, please call HMK Amen at 504-638-5534. That's 504-638-5534. Admission is $25.
We all have a price to pay and a role to play.
Gentili Italian Pies, home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentili Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentili Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big-screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentili Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabout for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentili Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Mirabeau in Gentilly.
Hey listener, losing that cool factor? I'm here to help. Head to AT&T for 2 new smartphones. For a limited time when you buy the new Samsung Galaxy S7, you get another one free when you buy both on AT&T Next. Use one to share selfies of yourself using the other one. Then you'd be really cool. AT&T, mobilizing your world.
iPhones at $695 each with eligible service and well-qualified credit. Free when requires new line with 30-month 0% APR contract with $23.17 monthly payments. Free after up to $695 and 30 bill credit starting in 3 bills. Tax due at sale if service canceled on one that device balance due. Charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is Jonathan Wilson, president of 100 Black Men of New Orleans. 100 Black Men is an organization dedicated to the development of our youth with the objective of making them self-reliant, independent thinkers committed to excellence. We mentor young men and women to be productive citizens. 100 Black Men supports health and wellness initiatives and promotes economic empowerment for our people. We call for the unification of public schools as a first step in ensuring quality education for our children. We urge you to join with us to make sure that New Orleanians control the destiny of our youth and that policies are created to ensure transparency, equity, and accountability for all. A true story of resilience should conclude with a single high-performing school district governed by local citizens. Contact the 100 Black Men at 208-9337 to join our efforts. Thank you.
Join Pyramid Parent Talk for an important discussion with Mr. Frank Adamson, one of the authors of the recent study, Whose Choice? Student Experience and Outcomes in the New Orleans School Marketplace. We will discuss the issues around local reform as it relates to services for children with disabilities and equity for all children. Tune in to WBOK Tuesday, March 22nd at 2 p.m. for this important discussion.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, and we're here to open your mind. The Good Life radio show is brought to you by Morris Reed Jr., a New Orleans law firm. If you have been hit in a car accident or charged with a crime, call 504-488-HELP. That's 504-488-4357. The Morris Reed Jr. Law Firm is a full-service law firm that fights vigorously to get you the money you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or if you've been charged with a crime, call Morris Reed Jr. and let their experienced, highly qualified attorneys provide you with expert legal help today. Call 504-488-HELP. That's 504-488-4357. 504-488-4357, because that is the good life. We're going to jump back into the conversation. We are discussing pride on Relationship Tuesday. So many times it can be that fine line where, either you give too much of yourself or you are not opening up enough because of your pride, and then either way, it's relationship suicide. So we're going to go to the lines. We have Mr. Gary Lewis on line 2. Mr. Lewis, welcome to the Good Life on Relationship Tuesday.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for holding.
Ms. Eileen, and good morning to brothers and sisters, too.
Good morning. Good morning.
Like you said, you throw pride out the window, out the door, too. When you, man and woman, y'all got differences amongst each other, and the other one wrong, this one wrong, the other one wrong. Just like the great Natalie Cole, Miss Natalie Cole was my girl. Made that record, I'm Catching What? Miss Natalie Cole.
I know. Hell.
She say about woman revolution. See, that don't even stand, and she thought that was good, but they couldn't find out it's not good. Because it's a good example. Your girl, you so for a girlfriend, so-called boyfriend, y'all have a relationship together, and y'all break up, or you take two to tango. And this girlfriend see everything you doing, you're not treating your boyfriend right. So when y'all break up,
she's the one with them,
huh? Your girlfriend go after him.
Exactly.
So you take two to tango. You can fall for the okie dokie, or he can stand back and he can come back and tell you what your girlfriend trying to do. Yeah, but some men, you go on and go with the girlfriend, despite you. And the girlfriend says, well, she don't know how to treat a man, I'm going to show her how to treat a man.
Well, and unfortunately, there's too much of that.
Go for the boys, too. Also go for the boys, too.
True that.
Men, too. Go both
It
both
does
ways.
go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let the crew respond to that. Thank you so much for your call, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, have a nice day. And I'm still waiting on, Trombone Shorty.
They're coming sooner than you think. I'm confirming it with him now. So make sure you stay tuned. Listen every day.
Yeah, we got to get this done.
We are.
Keep waiting on this here.
Absolutely.
I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Riley, because her trial coming back up.
It is. And if you follow her on Facebook, she put up a list of all of her defendants. So make sure you go check it out there. It is a list to read.
We got to get this done.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Miss Mustang Sally, too.
Thank you so much for your call.
And a shout out to Miss Jones, too.
Shout out Miss Mustang Sally and Jones.
Jones and Brother Nooney. Shout out to him and Miss Williams, too.
Thank you so much for your call.
I'll take care. Yeah, have a nice day.
You too. Shout out to everybody Mr. Gary Lewis knows. Shout out.
Shout out. That's what's up.
Because he is not too prideful to shout everybody out. Uche, what are your thoughts on what he said?
Pass the mic.
Okay, Henry.
Every relationship has problems, all right? Like, that's no secret. There's a high percentage of relationships that don't work out when you have a lot of people involved in the problems, if you share too much of your business with too many people. So I believe if you keep a lot of things in-house, the pride, putting your pride aside is not that difficult. But when you have this one in the ear and this one in the ear, it's like, oh, girl, you going to go back to that? Man, you going to take that from her? Now you feel like, man.
Am I? That's what you question me. It's a question with self.
Well, yeah, now you have so many other opinions involved in your relationship. That's not healthy.
Exactly.
But this is the thing, and this is my opinion, that I think sometimes men have more issues with pride than women because of societal standards and norms, right? So we can talk about, Eileen and I always talk about this, the paradigm shift, like how right now women are sometimes just as successful or on the same level successful with men, and men are still having a problem, a lot of men, not all men, are still having a problem with that, saying that, okay, it's okay if my partner is equal with me, it's okay if my partner just financially makes more than me, has nothing to do with the relationship. But I think that causes a lot of turmoil in relationships too, because it's the pride thing. A man feels as though sometimes they equate their self-worth sometimes with finances.
You know why?
And being able to be a provider.
And be the provider.
Yeah.
And so, it causes issues in a relationship when the woman is, the head, or not the head, financially or whatever like
more.
that, just financially, and the man has to be okay with that, and his pride is like, causes a lot of strife in the relationship that has nothing to do with the relationship. It's all about his ego and pride, and it causes a lot of issues when it's just like, why does that matter?
Well,
and go ahead, Henry.
I wonder if it's
y'all know
only,
I deal with this, so I'm just.
I wonder if it's only a financial thing. We're not talking about you, but just in general.
We're talking about general.
Is the woman treating the man like he's beneath her because she makes more money? Is she like, you know what? Boy, I paid for this, and this.
Well,
you need to go ahead on.
But then that's a whole other issue in the relationship.
I mean, if it's just money.
If it's just like, hey, we're traveling, hypothetically, we're traveling and the trip is, $5,000, right? And so you say, well, babe, I only have 1,000 toward that. She's like, well, cool, I got 4.
Well, then we don't need to go.
Then it's okay.
Then you don't need to go.
But and that's a problem. What is the problem with that? If she's okay with it, you should be okay with it. But a lot of men might go on that trip.
You're right.
A lot of men might go on that trip and act up.
Yeah.
Because of that.
So
you're right.
Oh,
you're
no.
right.
All right, man, look, if you can't afford to go on the trip, you don't need to go. If you got $1,000 and your old lady got 4, stay at home.
Oh, no.
Don't go.
Then you're never going to go anywhere.
No. You will go somewhere. You'll get something up about yourself and build your stuff up to where you can afford to go. If you can't afford to be in a relationship, if you can't afford to court no woman, then don't.
Oh, okay, wait.
No.
But what he said now is, if you can't afford to court a woman, if you can't afford to be in a relationship, then don't.
I agree with that, but that's the whole thing. You're not being realistic. It depends on the lifestyle that you.
Realistic.
I'm just saying from my
opinion. Hey, being another man in the studio,
yeah.
I feel where he's coming from.
But okay,
that would kill me if my girl had 5 G's and I had 1. And I'd be like, man.
What if your career, what if the career you love and you cherish, you only make a certain amount of money? And that's it, because that's what you do and you love it, and it's not about a hustle. It's like, this is what
I would have to step up big in another way. I'd have to do something else.
I'm going to bring up the question. Are you equally yoked?
I don't think money always have to do with being equally yoked, though. Like, because
it
that means you
doesn't.
base your relationship
but it could be
on
ambition.
finances.
It could be ambition.
But I just said, Eileen, what if this is what you want to do? You're like a teacher and you help all these kids in the inner city. I mean, you're just doing it. You're nationally renowned. And it's great, but okay, point. But you only make
Write a book.
But I mean, you have a PhD, you travel all over the world, but okay, teachers and professors only going to make whatever, right? But you married to this big time attorney who y'all met, saving the world together, but she just ended up making, whatever. this guy is just as equal as her. He might be more famous than her. He might be more
got a
renowned
point.
than her.
And equal when you get on that airplane.
But I don't. And she looks at him with so much admiration, right?
I think those are two different situations because from what I gather from what Uche is saying, it's don't court someone if you can't have a relationship. If you can't financially provide.
But I understand that. But what if y'all started off together?
Okay.
What if y'all both
I think
went
that's a
to like
situation.
the procedure school together? Because I know a couple just like that. I mean, they
that's
started off together.
For me, that's
he
different.
paid her way through medical school, whatever, and now he's still at his regular job, but she just big time doctor.
Right.
That is not a problem for them. I mean,
Right.
I'm just saying, and he doesn't care that she makes way more money than he does.
Right.
It's like he knows what he brought to the table, and that's all we're talking about.
She wouldn't
pride.
have be where she is without
Exactly.
him.
We were talking about pride, but I'm just saying you can be respected in your field and not make a lot of money. There's people who are so world renowned that may not make a lot of money, but your partner is making all this money.
You're right.
But she looks at you like, oh my God, my partner is amazing. But so just because she could just say, okay, well, babe, I'm going to take you on a trip and you only have 1,000. Does that make him less of a man?
No, but they gotta be real with yourself.
Yes.
So the man should not get into that relationship. See me? That'll kill me. Maybe I'm not mature enough to deal with that.
Well, why would that kill you, Henry? If Ashley went,
but you know what? He knows who he is.
Henry, your stuff works for you. Keep working it.
Yeah,
that's you, Henry. And just like you know somebody, I know somebody. I know a guy whose old lady takes care of him, and all he does is complain. He feels horrible. So they got both sides of it in life. But everybody is an individual, and every relationship is individualized. And all we're giving is our experience. I'm not giving somebody else's experience. I'm giving my experience.
Right.
Don't
So this is
fake
what
the
I
funk.
have experienced in life.
Don't fake the funk. If you really can't deal with that, if you're too prideful, that would be me. Like I'm saying, it's not. It's just
Then you got to be honest.
Yeah, be honest with
and that's
yourself.
where you set your pride aside to be honest and be like, you know what?
Exactly.
This is a situation that I know I can't deal with.
Yeah.
Pride is to say, I really love this woman, but I really don't see this going anywhere. Yeah. I see things in the relationship that are going to be problems. But that's when you got to, in the ego, saying, no, go forward. We'll tackle that when we get there, so on and so forth. But that pride is to step back out of yourself and say, you know what? Got to let this one go. Got to let this one pass.
But you're going to let somebody. My thing is this. Like, I think, and like I say, Uche, you're right. You're entitled to your experiences and how you feel in life. But, at some point, you have to not base relationships based on a lot of superficial things, and that's just my opinion, and now you can disagree with that, because at the end of the day, she could lose, whatever she has, she can go, and so that she wants you to love her the same when she was on top, right? And now she doesn't have it, so your
what if she loses her job tomorrow?
She could lose this bomb job, and so then y'all just living off his income, and so it shouldn't be based about that. I'm just was saying that pride sometimes is, like I started off saying, an ego thing, and sometimes you have to say, this person brings so much more to my life than just this one thing.
Yeah, I mean.
And sometimes you got to self-reflect and say, I'm really going to lose this person over
money.
You're right. I mean,
her success, because you're putting her success as a negative. Like, okay, she's doing well for herself, so now.
But you have to really.
You have to be real to yourself too. I agree with
Right.
Uche, but at the same time,
you have to really be able to put your pride aside and have these conversations and know exactly who you are.
And she can make you feel at ease about it. I mean, maybe it's just a conversation. I agree with Uche. If you really just can't do it because you're like, I don't want anybody who is more successful than me financially.
Wait,
you have to be real. You have to be real with yourself.
March.
Look.
What's today? March 22nd. Gian agrees with Uche.
Yes, I do agree with Uche, because Uche has to be real to himself. If he's like, you know what, if I only have 1,000 and she got 4, we not going.
I went through.
Well, look, I'm going on a girls trip. See you later.
Look.
Yeah.
See you later.
And so that's, and I'm so.
Well, then you know what we could do? We could do be a tourist in your own home.
Yes, and I am not. And
listen,
I am totally agreeing with Uche because everybody's individual. I am saying that we need to stop putting so many superficial things in relationships in general.
Yes.
Let's get off money.
You're right.
Looks, money, status, whatever. Because guess what?
It fades. It all fades.
It can go away.
Well, men not putting looks aside too much.
Well, I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about just all. That's all. She hot, so that's it.
She had to come with more.
No, I'm not.
But it'll get off.
You talked about an ex-girlfriend who you thought was pretty, and then she was like, she had no personality and was like a yes ma'am, and you were over it. Yeah, she was
I mean, looks only take you so far.
That's all I was trying to say. That's all I was trying to say is that we need to start looking at our age. All of us are same age in here. We need to look at depth more than just the superficial things in relationships, because that's what carried them long term.
They just had a topic on the Breakfast Club this morning about
What are you talking
this.
about? You were listening to WOK. I don't know what you're talking about. Pride will cause you to fail in every relationship, because such pride, you will live a life of indifference, avoidance, and denial of the warning signs that what you believe yourself to be is not who you really are. And that's sad. This is Relationship Tuesday. We're talking about pride, and we'll be right back.
Come on and roll with the RTA. You asked for more, and now there's new bus shelters for your comfort. 2,000 new bus signs. More information at your fingertips with online and SMS texting, and more ways to buy fares. Go to NORTA.com to explore. From New Orleans East to the Lower Nine, we got you covered. Dirt Town, Uptown, Downtown, to the Algiers Point, and all in between. Rolling for everybody, everywhere. That RTA keeps New Orleans rolling.
This is Darrell Hall over at Peak Mountain Technology Solutions. One of the questions we get asked often is, how should a company go about protecting its computer systems environment from viruses or cyber attacks? For starters, it is important to adopt a few habits to help protect your computer systems. For example, use strong passwords for logging into computers. Passwords should not be something that are easily guessed by someone else. If you need to leave your computer or tablet for any length of time while at work, place it in lock mode or shut the computer's power down. Use caution when clicking on attachments or web links received through email from people you don't know. And don't click on pop-up ads from websites unless you have a reason to trust that site. And use virus protection software. On behalf of Peak Mountain Technology Solutions, this has been your Computer Technology Minute. For more information on how we can help protect your computer environment, give us a call at 504-355-8400 or visit us online at peakmountain-techsolutions.com.
This is Jonathan Wilson, president of 100 Black Men of New Orleans. 100 Black Men is an organization dedicated to the development of our youth with the objective of making them self-reliant, independent thinkers committed to excellence. We mentor young men and women to be productive citizens. 100 Black Men supports health and wellness initiatives and promotes economic empowerment for our people. We call for the unification of public schools as a first step in ensuring quality education for our children. We urge you to join with us to make sure that New Orleanians control the destiny of our youth and that policies are created to ensure transparency, equity, and accountability for all. A true story of resilience should conclude with a single high-performing school district governed by local citizens. Contact the 100 Black Men at 208-9337 to join our efforts. Thank you.
Do you know anyone with less than perfect credit? At KB Enterprises, they specialize in restoring your score. Learn how to increase your credit score with 100% satisfaction guarantee. A+ rating with the BBB, 10-year track record of removing negative items including repossessions, foreclosures, bankruptcies, tax liens, student loans, and more. Kenneth Barnes and his team at KB Enterprises are excited about helping you restore your credit and achieving your financial goals. Whether it's acquiring a home or purchasing a car, don't miss this opportunity to change your life forever. For more info, give them a call at 504-577-4139. Log on to www.kennethbarnes.org and be sure to tune into The Good Life on Money Mondays and get your financial tips for the week from Kenneth Barnes so you can live the good life too.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
Gentili Italian Pie is home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentili Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentili Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentili Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabou for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentili Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Marabou in Gentili.
Talk radio, heard around the globe. New Orleans home, WBOK 1230 AM and WBOK1230AM.com. Real talk for real times.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, and we are here to open your mind. I don't know what y'all are doing Friday, but The Good Life Relationship Tuesday is going off on a Friday. It sets off at Juju Bag at 5363 Franklin Avenue. That is Friday, March 25th. Doors open at 6 p.m. There will be half drinks happy hour. Y'all be there. 6 p.m. half drinks happy hour. Show starts at 7 p.m. Early bird tickets are online right now at thegoodlife.brownpapertickets.com. Thegoodlife.brownpapertickets.com. Come early. Make sure you eat. The Juju Bag will have their buffet set up. Red beans and rice, jambalaya, fried catfish, chicken drumettes, and bread pudding. Can't get that anywhere else. I know y'all are off, so meet us at the Juju Bag, 6 p.m. at 5363 Franklin Avenue. Y'all, it's across from the Milne's Boy Home, because that is The Good Life. Bring your relationship questions. We're going to have the comedians out there. The Good Life is comic relations, so come see us, because that is The Good Life. Now, we're about to jump back into this pride conversation, because obviously we have set off our listeners. The lines are lit up, so I'm going to go to Jonah. He's been holding through the break. Thank you so much for holding, Jonah.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I was calling, just listening to you guys' conversation about, should the wife, I caught it on the tail end, should the wife give the husband a certain amount of money or whatever. But this is the thing. This might be another thing that y'all might be debating on, because I feel that when you're in a marriage, I feel you should have one. Me and my wife have been married for 16 years, going on 16 years. We have always had one bank account. And we have not had two bank accounts because really, I mean, our money is our money. So we don't have to debate back and forth on who gets what. Oh, baby, you giving me this, or I'm giving you that. It's our money. You know, the rental property, we have a rental property account that money goes into that. It's just one account with both names on it. I feel once you get married, I don't feel there should be a separate account. Because, and I know it's going to be some debate or some people saying that, well, I need my money and she need her money. Well, it's y'all money together regardless, because when you file taxes, you file in joint. Some people still file separate, but I think, me personally, I think it has worked for me.
And that's all that matters. As long as that works for your household, because y'all are evenly yoked.
Right.
And that works for y'all. And that's all that matters. Other people's opinion doesn't matter as long as it's working, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, too, Eileen, it's the thing of, and most people have stuff that they want to hide. And then I understand sometimes you want to, I understand sometimes
Tell it,
you
Jonah.
want to get stuff, for your loved one or whatever, but But I mean, it's been working for us. I get it out of the account, and sometimes my wife may say, "Hey, babe, we got this in the budget. We can't really get that. So, try to stay within the budget today or whatever," because she does the bills. But I think it kind of it kind of hides stuff when you have separate accounts. You know what I'm saying?
The crew wants to ask you a question. Go
Jonah,
ahead.
y'all's income offset or equal?
Well, she's making. Well, right now I'm doing a property. We flip houses and we have rental property.
Mm-hmm.
But she's working right now, so she's kind of doing. Have you ever heard of the traveling money and parking money?
Mm-mm.
The traveling money, is kind of like money that kind of pays everyday bills. So she's doing that right now, and I'm kind of living off. We're kind of living off the parking money, which is rental property money, and when we flip a house.
So you're bringing in chunks of money, and she's bringing in a steady pace, basically.
She's taking care of every day, and I mean, she have no problem with it.
And Joe, can I ask you a question? How old were you guys when you got married?
We was 21, actually.
Yes. Okay. And so that. Like I said, I'm not here to judge your life, and if that works for you guys, I think that's wonderful. But it's just different, like, all of us here are in our 30s, and so when you come in a life already established, that's kind of harder to do, like if when you're 21, you both probably came in a relationship with hardly anything, but when you're, 30-something years old plus and you're super successful, that poses a lot of different issues that might not work for that situation. So that's why I think every situation needs to be assessed accordingly.
It's different. And then it's on that person's mindset. Where is that person's mindset in a relationship? First of all, when you get in a relationship, you have to come together and you have to mend things together. Some people are just like used to being individuals. They're not used to having someone come in and then all of a sudden invade their space. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of, like you said, Eileen, you have to kind of, evaluate the situation before you actually get into a marriage, so it won't be no kind of conflict once you get into the marriage.
Exactly. Release your pride and have these conversations. Thank you so much, Jonah, for your call. I have Coleman on line 3.
But I just want to say that sometimes people say that they're okay with something when and
then they're not.
They're like, babe, I don't care, I'm good until you get married and you just do it, and then all of a sudden, like Uche and I say that $5,000 trip, you like, we not going. I'm like, well, what you mean?
I already bought the tickets. I'm going.
We've been good with this for like a year or two, and he said, I've been lying. It's really been eating me up, and that's the dilemma. It's like people say. Okay, oh my God, why would I not want a woman who's this, who's that, you got it going on, this is everything I want, it's great. And then you get in there, you're like, no.
Gian, let me pound you on this I will say this.
If it's any doubt, walk away. Like, if any doubt.
You know what? I'm sorry, online, but like for real, and we can only speak from our points of view, but it is so interesting. And of course, guys, it's not hating on guys, but it's our point of view, and obviously it's female point of view. Mm-hmm. When, you meet somebody and, they want a certain something, or they think they want a certain something and can deal with a certain something, and then you're out and they're uncomfortable with the level of, I don't want to say attention you may get,
celebrity
or whatever it may be, and then I'm like, really?
Yeah, can't deal with it.
You like this? You want this, but you can't handle this.
Nah, I'm the total opposite. I'm like, if I'm out with you and you're not getting looked at, I don't want to be with you.
That's true.
And then the other side of that is like it's strange. It's like, look, we going out, dudes gonna look at you and chicks gonna look at me, and chicks might look at you and dudes might look. So it is what it is. Those are things in relationships that happen, but that's things in relationships that happen when you set your pride aside.
We just gotta make sure we wear our gray sweatpants.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm going to go to line 3.
Jump up
we
and
have
down.
Coleman on line 3. Coleman, welcome to The Good Life. We are here discussing pride.
Hey, how y'all doing this
Good.
morning?
How are you?
What's up?
And thanks for taking my call. I'm going to just echo on the last conversation. I'm going to tell you what I called for. If I'm going to just say, when you have a second marriage, you go into the relationship, one couple already have their house, the other couple have their house and business, and et cetera. So you really do maintain some independence. Each of you have your own separate checking accounts or saving accounts. And then you have what we call y'all money, our money, that you make plans, travel, X, Y, Z on. So it just depends on where you are at your age of the relationship. The reason I called you is about life throws a twist in relationship. Accidents and injuries will permanently take a person out of the job that they once had, or the injury is so damaging that they can't work, and then it becomes more of a dependent kind of thing on the other person to care for them. And, you know, you get married for reasons, I'm going to say, to have fun and travel. And all that changes if you're married. Now, although sometimes when you're single, the person might stick with you. But if you not married, even sometimes with marriage, you just can't accept, I'm going to use that word, codependence on the other person, that it totally changes your lifestyle. And that's a hard pill to swallow. So I want to throw it into the relationship about when we're talking about commitment. I'm going to say use the word lifelong commitment, because it's really not lifelong when things come into the relationship that changes your financial just the expectations.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Coleman, for your call. I'm actually going to present something to the crew so they can give their final thoughts on this. You know, because sometimes, you know, we want to give the flip of it. And if you do find yourself as a prideful person, so maybe you should back down a little bit if you find yourself to be a prideful person, and that friends as well, because pride makes you impatient, pride makes you distrusting, and not accepting of those who ascribe to your philosophy, spiritual beliefs, psychological principles, and I can't even get the words out this morning because I'm hot about this topic, sociological mandates. And let me tell you, nobody wants to deal with such nonsense. And if they do, they won't do it for long. So it's absolutely frustrating and continuously irritating for people to be so prideful. So sometimes, we talk about self-reflection all the time. That's a lot about what the good life is all about, opening your minds, living differently in the world. And so look at yourself in the mirror. You know, I had to do this for myself. And Henry, I said this off break. One of my things was, I don't like to call people. Yeah. You know, I'm like, I don't run behind people. I'm not calling people, whatever. But, you know, I didn't even realize that I was being prideful in that. And, you know, and I was like, what if that's your man or that's somebody you're with, let them know that you want them, that you care about them. And that's not being prideful. That's, you know, opening your mind and opening your heart to them. Because if you don't do it, then you're going to lose out on that relationship. Henry?
There's nothing wrong with trying. Just don't.
But be real about it.
Be honest and real about who you are and what you can deal with up front. That's that.
John?
I think I'm going to end how I started. I think, you know, you have to just decide pride versus ego. And as like I said, pride is a good thing sometimes because it moves you forward in life. And ego is very detrimental to a lot of things in your life, whether that's family relationships, work relationships, and personal relationships. So I think you definitely have to decide at that moment what's going on. Is it my ego or is it my pride? And I agree with Henry. You ultimately have to be honest with yourself, because it is very noble of us to think we can take on stuff that's just not in our genetic makeup, and it's just not who we are. And so I think at some point in life, you know, you might want a lot of things in life. I could just go start listing all the things that I would really like in my life right now, but that just might not be for me, and it might not be a good fit. And so I think sometimes just in any relationship, you just have to just step back and say, am I being honest to them, myself? Is it my pride? And even if it is my pride, can I compromise on that? Or that's just who I am. It just won't work. And I think that's how you're just successful in any relationship.
Absolutely. Uche?
I believe you should be true to yourself. Like, and going into what Henry's saying, you know, if you're a jazz player, you can't play symphony. You know, just be who you are and celebrate who you are. And, you know, people won't like it, you know, and people won't like you. But you have to like you, and you're the only person you have to deal with. And it's not being prideful to say who you are. It's not prideful to say that I'm an awesome jazz musicianist, but it's to say I'm humble enough, and my dignity is that this is what I am, and I'm not somebody else. I'm not something else. This is who I am, and this is the road that I follow. And, you know, you can get on the path, you can get off the path. That's why I got exit ramps. So,
love it.
Y'all, it's all about, you want to say something?
Well, I know this is totally off topic, but can we just please, before the show is over, do a moment of silence for the people in Brussels?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Know, please.
What about
and the people all over the world suffering.
All over the world.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, let's just say we can say
silent.
No,
y'all, we can't even be silent.
I say before the end of the show. Okay, yes, there's people all over the world right now that are suffering. This is just in the forefront of the media right now about the terrorist attack. But yes, there are people all over the world suffering. So we can just do a. Okay, you know what? We are not if I was on the show when that was going on, I would have said, let's do a moment of silence for
Pride.
that.
Y'all listen to Pride. Y'all hear it?
But Uche is rude. That was my moment of silence. If he wants to have his moment of silence, but you can tell me what I want to tell me. You can't, Uche.
But you can't even be silent in your moment of silence.
But I said,
and I'm prideful. You prideful. You like to hear yourself talk.
Pride.
But no, I said.
What? Can we do the moment of silence?
I said at the end. I said at the end of the show.
I had to step to Henry's mic at this point.
I said at
so
the
we can
end,
get the moment of silence.
Relationship Tuesday.
I said
Pride.
at the end.
Open your mind
the
to
show.
living differently in the world.
End of the show.
Self-reflection
You need
can
to
change
listen.
your life. Self-reflection can change your life. Open your mind to living differently in the world. I will see each and every one of you this Friday at the Juju Bag, 5363 Franklin Avenue, across from the Millie Boys home, because it's going to be set off. Bring your relationship questions. Henry, we're going to set it off.
All the time.
All the time. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out.